Hey man, how are you?
I am doing great. I think I spoke with you about the last ship like a decade ago.
Oh wow.
I know it's been a
Wow.
while. Yeah, yeah. Did
Well,
you have a good time with that show? That lasted 5 seasons, right?
that show was great. Yeah, we went 5 seasons with that show.
And I just saw you in Bad Boys. So
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
I did. You played quite a good bad guy,
No,
right? You
thanks,
were.
thanks. I thank you. But the movie works. The movie's the fun ride, yeah?
Oh, it is. But I guess in this case, you're not playing a true bad guy. You're just playing a guy who's had kind of a rough life, right?
Yeah, so that's always kind of the bad guys I play. They're never really mustache twirling villains. They're just guys that have had a rough go.
Yeah, yeah. Well, tell me a little bit about what drew you to this character and what you kind of felt like you had to bring in to sort of tease out Dean's, inner demons, so to speak. Or
Well, no, I mean, I think what I brought to this character was hopefully a groundedness. You know, I loved the dynamics between Dean and Wes. I love a good repair job. Um, and I love a good story where there's redemption for all involved. Um, but what I felt like I could bring to this was a sense of was a real sense of groundedness and reality and some truth and integrity to the piece.
yeah, I guess they're trying to literally create a relationship out of scratch, right? Because they didn't really, he was way too young for you to have known anything. You didn't know each other at all, right? This was truly a start from scratch situation.
Yeah, here meet your son. He's 21 or 22 years old, but this is where you guys get to start your relationship.
Well, you shot this here in Atlanta. I guess you've done a couple of things here. What was it like? I guess you did it at the Motor Speedway and Road Atlanta here. Uh, did you enjoy, you know, the whole motorcycle part of this?
I love the motorcycle part of it. I love motorcycles. I've owned a few in my lifetime, and I got rid of them when I had my firstborn. Um, but I love riding motorcycles. I love the culture. I think riding motorcycles on a track is cool. Um,
I, in fact, that's an interesting issue that was played in the movie. Is that like if you decide to pursue a career like this, can you have a relationship? Can you have a family? I mean, or is that the tension here in terms of like, is this the type of lifestyle that
is
you
it the
know?
trade-off, right? Are you
Yes,
trading
yeah.
one for the other?
Is there a trade-off? Can you have it? Can you have both?
I think you look. I think if you want anything that much, you can have it. You can have both if you really want it. I think the part of Dean took the easier, softer way out, and just to say, look, I want nothing to do with this, and continue to pursue his dream of becoming a superbike moto GP race or whatever the end game was for him. Um, I think was kind of an easy way out,
Right.
uh, which isn't very admirable. But a lot of things Dean does not very admirable. But I do believe that he does redeem himself in some capacity by the end of this thing with his relationship with Wes and repairing
That's
it
right.
and providing him with some sort of mentor type relationship.
Yeah, I guess his life could have been even worse if Edward James Olmos's character, I guess if he hadn't popped in, right?
Right. No, well, Edward James almost his character was a father to both of us.
Yes. Yeah, he
You
was
know,
kind of like Mr. Miyagi, right, in a Karate
he
Kid, but
took
for
he took us both in. Exactly.
yeah, you were more like Kreese in Karate Kid, I guess, in some ways. You were telling him to like, sweep the leg at one point. That's what I was thinking. I'm sorry, I was thinking I've recently seen Karate
You're
Kid, so that
right.
was in my brain.
You're right. I told him to take Cody out. I told him to take Cody out. That's right. I was like, sweep the leg. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't think your character was quite that damaged in that sense. You just wanted you wanted him to win. You were living through him at that point, right? That stage, you were like, he's going places. This could,
And all,
you know.
yeah, and yeah, you're winning no matter what it takes. You're winning. We're getting to the next level.
Yeah, no, that's I don't know. Is that admirable or just competitive? I don't know. So
It depends. When you tell your son to take the other rider out, that's not competitive. That's
I
something.
guess you're right. Was there anything about this movie that surprised you once you got into it? Once you actually, I presume you did some of the motorcycle riding. I'm certain you had a couple of stunt drivers as well.
I did some of the stunt riding,
Nice.
but nothing that required anything with any speed or
Okay.
or turns where you had to really lean into the turns. But I did some of it, yeah.
So how was your stunt driver? What was he like?
He was a pro. I mean, this guy was everything you want in a stunt rider, man. He made me look good.
And KP, I mean, what was it like, in terms of your personal relationship with him? I guess you guys had to spend a lot of time together.
The stunt, no, you know what? The guys on the bikes, they all kind of hung out. They had this like,
Oh, they hung out together. They ignored you.
they all hung out together, man. And we hung out with we all hung out together. We were all on the track together, but like the stunt
Right.
guys really are a tight knit group, you know?
Right, right. So how about KJ? I mean, what was it like working with him?
KJ is great. KJ is the keeper. When I met KJ, I thought this is I'm gonna be friends with this guy. I'm gonna hang on to this guy. And we are very tight still to this day. But he was so much fun to work with. He was so malleable, and willing to put in the work and put in the effort that's required to do the work.
Right.
Which for it's fun to see in young actors when they're that inspired and that willing to do the work.
Absolutely. Well, we are out of time. Any last words about Edward James Olmos? I mean, that he is truly a legend. I mean, how can you not want to work with him?
Master craftsman.
Yes, 100%. I totally agree. Well, thank you so much for your time, and hopefully, the movie does well on Amazon.
Yeah, from your mouth to God's ears. Thank you, brother.
Fair enough. Thank you. Take care.
Take care.